Hey Guitars. Let's go build some junk. Okay, this is, again, not exactly my favorite task, but it's always nice to have it done. So I found a center line. I know from an existing one I was just looking at basically where I want this. So using this little stencil template whatever thingy for a 1-inch circle. I kind of knew where, so I just placed the end of our circle in this, and luckily this thing has a center line or a cross line, cross marks. I want to see through. Connect those two bad boys. See how this compares to the last one I did. You know what? Alright, I mean, yeah, okay. I was going to say we could extend it out just a hair. And maybe we should, because that was a little tight. But, and then we'll have to cut us out another maple bone. Ugh. Bonehead. Now we're going to have to poke a little hole and use the jeweler saw. Now, that hole, of course, is going to be bigger than our kerf with that little saw. So, we're going to put it on the inside of the line because we're going to have to trim some off of the piece that comes out so that we can get some binding around it. And I think, I thought about maybe not binding it. It's still a possibility, but I think we are going to bind it probably in black since everything else is being bound in black. And that way, when it's all stained, I'm not going to have to worry about, you know, pink on black veneer isn't going to make any difference at all. So, alright. If you've not witnessed this before, that's hard to believe, but the brand new X-Acto blade, my big ass lit up magnifying glass, and a whole lot of patience. I'll take the negative space out of the logo that we will later fill with walnut filler. So first we'll do this to get all this cleared out. Then we'll cut the line between the letters, and then we can use the jeweler saw to cut the outline of the whole thing, and then a triangle file to make the delineation between letters a little better, and some of the little peaks and troughs out of like the bottom here. Then fill it with filler, and hopefully it'll look awesome. These days it tends to, because I put more time into it, and the magnifying glass really helps. I absolutely have to have a brand new blade And I already broke the tip off of one and had to get another one. Anyway, almost done with this stage. Tiny bit more sanding, but we're basically there. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Okay, I'd originally planned on masking tape super glue. So I put tape on the back of the logo and cut out around it just so, you know, it's easier to deal with. I got it placed where I like it, not quite centered on the capital letters, just a little above, or shifted a little that way. So it's kind of like, I don't know, center of mass, maybe, kind of. I'm rambling. Anyway, I got it placed where I think we exactly want it, and then I just traced around it. And I'm kind of thinking, since we don't have to inlay so much, is just cut that completely out, because it's just thick enough. It's gonna be proud about as much as I would have wanted it to. So it'll actually be flush on the back if we just cut all the way through. So I'm contemplating the best way to go about doing that. Drilling some holes first, of course. And then probably jeweler saw it just barely inside the line, you know, and then we can use needle files to clean up. I guess that might be the best approach. Well, it was so much less than graceful. It should still work out. Okay, everything else is going to come down to files. So this is a first. All I did was took a triangle file and just smoothed out the bottom line, and kind of looks like everything's going to fit. And if there are any tiny variations, we're going to have the tape off to see them. I mean, it's really snug, but I think that's going to work. Like a glove. Unbelievable. Okay, cool. Well, that's one job done. Now the medallion. Ugh. As precise as this little thing is, it's shockingly hard to just cut a straight line. It's so easy to turn on a dime. It's pretty hard to be just straight as you can be. Could have been cleaner, but here we are. Okay, I used a rounded file. I mostly just cleaned up this shape to make sure everything was nice and the lines were straight, the curves are, you know, and then we worked enough off of this so that we have a pretty uniform width of gap between, which should be more than enough for veneer. Okay, and I was looking at, my plan was to bind the medallion again like I have been, but just for the fun of it, I got a piece that I thought maybe was long enough, wrapped it around there, squeezed it in there, and then when I popped the medallion out and left the veneer around the hole, I think I like that better. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I had 2 failed attempts, just trying to bend it dry. It works just fine until I get to the end, and then it'll split and get all pissy and throw a hissy fit. But I think I have nailed down the right length for it. So it's kind of hard for me to film it. I'm gonna wrap this in a wet paper towel and throw it in the microwave for a couple minutes. Try to steam the shit out of it, so hopefully we can get it to bend well. So I can, I'm gonna try to super glue the inside of the hole, set this thing in there, and then, you know, try to squeeze it into place. And maybe I should find something that will expand in there and hold it. Anyway, that's my plan. Some of that you're not gonna get to see. It's just a little too hard to try to film, I think. So that's the idea, though. Yeah, I couldn't come up with a good idea. What we're going to wind up doing, I'm sure, is just tape as we go. Well, get it in there and then, you know, tape around and try to, you know, make sure everything gets mashed in there well. This is going to be a pain in the ass. And I think super glue is the way to go for this. But it's going to be a giant horrific mess, and I damn sure definitely need gloves. So I'm going to guess that that's enough tape. Okay, so I'm going to go microwave our strip and hope it's the right length, because damn it if it ain't. Anyway, here we go. Okay, I wrapped it in a paper towel, put it on a plate, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. I think it was enough to at least get us bent into shape. It's not going to give me a bunch of grief, hopefully. We might be just the tiniest little bit too long. Well, now I don't want to move it. We're going to have to get super glue in there, so... seems to have gone shockingly smooth, except I got a little gap over here. I think that's gonna work. Holy sheet, Batman. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone for a while to dry before I try cleaning it up at all. Seems like a wise thing to do. So to be continued. Thanks for swinging by. It means the world to me that people actually watch and find some value in my goofy shenanigans. If you're one of those people, then do me a favor and like the video and subscribe so you can catch the, future junk coming up. So we always got stuff to do. So meet me back here next time. Bye. Like, subscribe.